Episode 557. In the brief moment Shen Guo was lost in thought, Ye Shu had already smoothly completed the 6th stage of his challenge quest. Shen Guo was just about to say something when a startled cry sounded from beside her.
Holy shit.
Shen Guo turned and saw another person standing behind her, staring at Ye Shu's screen with a look of sheer terror and disbelief. Only when Ye Shu turned his head as well did the man finally snap out of it, though the look of utter shock remained plastered on his face. He stared wide-eyed and blurted out,
Bro, is this the Heavenly Domain Challenge quest? Yeah.
Ye Shu nodded. There was no hiding this. While undertaking the Heavenly Domain Challenge, the interface displayed a clear indicator. Anyone could see it.
That's incredible! How many tries did this take you?
The man asked, clearly having seen Ye Shu complete the 6th challenge in one smooth motion. He assumed Ye Shu had finally honed his skills after countless failures.
Too many times to count.
Well, no matter how many times, that's still impressive. Which level is this? I don't see a timer sign anywhere.
The 6th level.
The 6th level.
He said this, then paused to think back.
The 6th level, it doesn't have a time limit.
That's right, there isn't.
No time limit.
The guy was utterly baffled again. The 6th stage was another non-combat challenge, but it tested a more comprehensive skill set. The various obstacles and terrain along the path required players to expertly utilize a range of movements and their combinations to get through. For your average player, getting through a stage like this is a slow, methodical process, one careful step at a time. But Ye Shu cleared it in one fluid, unbroken motion. This led the man to mistakenly think it was one of those later stages with a time limit, which is why he was so on edge. So it wasn't that kind of challenge after all. To pull it off like that, he must have had supreme confidence in himself.
Hey brother, which district are you from?
10th server.
The 10th server? It's only been open for 2 months, and there's already someone at level 70?
Nah, I'm only level 50, just picking it up to get started.
Ye Shu didn't dare say he intended to finish the entire quest chain at level 50. The guy in front of him was already staring wide-eyed. Any more of a shock, and Ye Shu was afraid the man's eyeballs would pop right out.
You're a beast, man. Heading for the next stage right now?
This guy was clearly familiar with the Heavenly Domain's quest flow. Just by watching where Ye Shu was heading, he guessed his intent.
Yeah.
Mind if I take a look?
Not at all.
So, the guy just sat down next to Ye Shu in Tang Ru's seat and settled in to watch. The 7th stage was a combat challenge, a boss leading a pack of minions. A minute into the fight, the guy's jaw had already dropped.
What is this?
Of course, what he was puzzled about was the myriad manifestations umbrella.
Silver weapon.
Silver weapon.
After a couple of thoughtful hums, the man finally lowered his voice, sounding like he knew the score. Obviously, shouting those 2 words would instantly draw a crowd. This had already happened once before. Many of those customers were players from the 10th server, and they'd even added Lord Grimm as a friend. You can still see them online pretty often. Ye Shu was thriving in the 10th server, and these players of course saw it all. Whenever they came to the happy internet cafe and saw him free, they'd come over to pay their respects. Of course, these people had no idea about Ye Shu's true identity. They just saw him as a skilled player who, thanks to the perfect job conditions of being a net cafe manager, had plenty of time to game. After all, most of the people playing on the 10th server were newcomers. Their thinking simply wasn't that complex. And what about the more experienced players who knew better? They were shocked by the silver weapon at the time, but since it was only level 5, they didn't pay it much mind. They weren't in the new server, so of course they had no idea how much of a sensation Lord Grimm was causing over in the 10th server. The players on the 10th server certainly knew, but even though they were in the same internet cafe, they didn't know each other. Everyone just played their own game, with no overlap. So Ye Shu kept quiet, and it didn't cause much of a stir. This guy, however, was clearly more observant. He didn't make a fuss, just kept his astonishment to himself, which must have been quite a struggle. Besides the silver weapon, He'd also discovered another fact in that same minute.
Bro, don't tell me you haven't even chosen a class yet.
Yeah, I haven't.
What does that mean?
An unspecialized, huh? Never heard of it.
I know what an unspecialized is, but yours...
This player clearly wasn't very experienced. He understood an unspecialized character as someone who hadn't chosen a class before level 20, unaware that long ago the unspecialized was considered the 25th official class in Glory.
Just like that, all the way to level 70.
Yishu kept talking, his hands never stopping their work on the keyboard. His gaze never left the screen. In the first minute, he was stunned by the weapon and the class. In the second minute, Yishu's brilliant maneuvers and combat prowess shocked him once more. But this time, his expression barely changed. He'd already run through every look of astonishment he knew how to make, only to find that the other guy wasn't done. After shocking him once, Yishu just had to go and shock him again, and then shock him even more. He'd simply run out of faces to make.
That's insane. Absolutely insane.
He watched Yishu mow down the opposition single-handedly, muttering to himself all the while. However, since he wasn't a newbie, he quickly realized that Yishu's attack power was seriously underwhelming. But for a level 50 player to be killing these mobs, this is normal. It just goes to show how terrifying this guy's skill really is. The fight ended swiftly. Staring at the corpses littering the ground and Lord Grimm's still full health bar, the man's expression twitched uncontrollably. Unable to muster genuine shock, his face just sort of seized up.
That's incredible.
In the end, he still managed to squeeze out those 3 words. As soon as he said them, he wanted to slap himself. Those 3 words were utterly inadequate to describe what he was feeling in that moment. But what else could he say? He realized his expression wasn't the only thing lacking. His words were just as inadequate.
Not bad. A bit slow, though.
Well, of course. You're only level 50.
Watching Yishu exit the scene, the man finally mustered his courage and spoke up.
Hey buddy, you got a minute? Want to head to the arena for a friendly spar?
Huh?
I'm from District 8. My character's name is Ascendant.
Holy crap.
Yishu suddenly shouted, startling the man and Chen Guo as well.
What's wrong?
It's nothing. You go check out the room. I'll be right there.
On it.
The player named Ascending Man quickly acknowledged and sprinted toward his machine.
What's wrong with you?
Chen Guo was still puzzled by Yishu's reaction. The guy was always so calm and collected, so what had gotten him so worked up all of a sudden? Shen Kong, is he someone important?
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yishu shot a helpless look at Chen Guo, who had seized the chance to mock him, and continued.
The arena is cross-server. I can't believe I forgot something so basic. Am I just an idiot?
Huh?
Still here trying to figure out how long it'll take for the 10th server players to hit level 50.
Yishu said, shaking his head repeatedly.
Why didn't you remind me?
He shook his head, then asked Chen Guo.
I was being an idiot too, okay?
Chen Guo was annoyed. This was such a basic piece of gaming knowledge, yet even a top-tier pro like him had forgotten it. And she, a veteran with 5 years of experience, had also had a momentary brain fade, genuinely feeling sorry for Yishu right alongside him. And that's not all. We have to add Su Mu Cheng to the list. During the Spring Festival holiday, when the 3 of them gamed together, they'd brought up this particular headache. As it turned out, Su Mu Cheng was just as oblivious, failing to spot the issue. She simply joined them in their shared state of helplessness.